y'all. Welcome to episode 273 of Consignment Chats. We're going to be honest. We're having a very honest moment right now. And I'm being honest. I'm going to say this to all of you, but it's really, I'm looking at myself in the screen right now and I'm saying it to myself. So be honest. You don't need more inventory. Ouch. You need to list what you already bought. Oof.
Yes. Yeah. All right. If your inventory is sitting in bins, bags, mountains behind you, you know what? Your death piles, money mountains. This episode is for you. We are talking directly to you.
Hey y'all, welcome to Consignment Chats, reselling tips, mindset, and real life. Hit subscribe and let's grow together.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that you?
It might be you because you're not out of inventory. You don't need to go thrifting. You're avoiding listing.
Oh, she is looking at me deep in the camera. For those of you on podcast, I just saw her pupils up close with all the different colors because she is looking at me. And I know there are a lot of you right now listening that are also feeling very seen by these opening comments. So we're going to break it down. This episode is for so many of us, and we're going to talk about these things and about how to adjust, how to do that. And I want to start real quick by talking about death pile versus money mountain and where this came from.
Yes.
Let's talk about this. Libby, I know we were talking about it earlier. We can't remember what episode, but it was before Samantha joined us officially. But we came up with this term because why, Libby?
Because every time somebody said death pile, like, what are the images that evokes? Do you want to touch a death pile? What does even that mean? Death pile. Like, that's horrible. It doesn't make you feel good, makes you feel bad. It's just the wrong phrasing. It's the wrong description for what you have in front of you. So we wanted to twist that around and accurately describe. Well, at the time it was Molly's money mountains that were sitting there. So yeah, like this is how we came up with this. Was we wanted to put a positive spin. Like, that is money sitting in front of you, right? All of your unlisted inventory. Maybe it's not in front of you. Maybe it's in your garage. Maybe it's in that spare bedroom. Maybe it's hidden in a car somewhere. You know who I'm talking to right now. Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's in all of the above.
Or all of the above.
Perhaps it's in all of the above. There,
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, we've seen it all. And I would say this to like even consignment people. People would be like, oh gosh, you have no idea. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I just, things got out of control. We have seen it all. We have heard it all. We've probably done it all at some point. So
I was going to say, yeah, definitely been there.
Yeah. We still have people come into our group of like, oh, and I'm like, no, we get it. There's no shame in that. Look at all that money you have. Yeah.
Right?
Just
Right?
waiting. Yeah.
Oh, just sitting there waiting to be listed. So I'm so glad we're doing this episode because when Libby and I were away on vacation, I've been having these moments of unclarity. So Libby helped me redo my schedule. And in my schedule, I put list 10 things a day because I had not been doing that consistently. And so as Samantha eyeballs me up close that I need to list because I do, it is very, very real. I get into the sourcing part of it and forget about the listing part of it. So I'm going to throw this out there. I am actually in the process of creating, and it should be done next week and ready to share, money mountain downloadables that will help you get a hold of your money mountain and encourage you to get the items listed with a tracker and everything.
Yep.
So I am making this for you, selfishly, maybe a little for me too, so we can do this.
I got a sneak peek and it's awesome. It's really good.
On our vacation, I gotta let her get a little peek. But one of the questions it asks, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to start with this, is how many unlisted items do you have right now? If you know that, drop a number in the comments. I want to know. I I let us know how many you know, how many you have. I'm beyond knowing, so I can't really put a number out there.
I
I'm
would
gonna do a
also
guesstimate.
love to know, like, I think it counts if you've drafted it and then long forgotten about it. That's an easy way to look. Look in your drafts. Do you have a draft bank that you are
Oh,
not touching? Those are the easiest ones to get done now and the easiest to quantify and say, oh my gosh, I have 300. That would be crazy, but it happens. It
yeah.
happens.
Does it?
Yes. A lot of
Wow.
people think I touched it, it's drafted, it's great. And then they don't, that's like their own little money mountain, is like they don't want to touch their draft bank.
Oh, I haven't heard that one
Oh,
before. That's a new one to me because
Yeah.
I have to
well,
list
we
it
don't draft.
immediately.
Yeah. Libby's
Yeah.
not a drafter. She's got to get that right up. If you're gonna put the work in, you want it live and viewed right away. And I
Yes.
get that.
Immediate gratification. Yeah.
So I need to look. I'm glad you popped that out, Samantha, because Nick found a pair of shoes the other day and he's like, I thought you listed these. And I was like, yeah, I did.
Ooh.
Like, I'm sure I did. I need to go check the draft bank because they're not listed, but I know I photographed them and listed them. I bet they're in draft.
Yeah, I mean, because
yeah.
we have like eBay drafts, you have your listing. If you have like Vendu, List Perfectly, Nifty, they all have drafts, and they kind of just get forgotten about.
Yeah, this is I'm glad you brought that up. Watch me find those boots and get them listed today.
Yeah,
Watch,
there we go.
watch me. All right, so I read this line and I have to tell it, I have to say it because I just love it. You're sourcing like a full-time reseller and listing like it's a part-time hobby. That is so me. So me. I just had to read that because I think it is a phenomenal line. In fact, I might put that on a t-shirt at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, right. With my face.
Right, with Samantha's face up close and personal. Like we're gonna see the pores on her nose. That's how close.
And what something you said earlier, and it may seem strange, like I'm going to list 10 a day. Like we know you have a huge business, right? You do very, very well. Like 10 a day doesn't seem like a lot, right?
No, it doesn't. I know I could list more.
Yeah, you can definitely list more, but it's that consistency thing that you really hammered home on. Like I'm going to list at least 10 things daily. Right? Like that's where the magic is in that consistency.
That's
so
why
even though like people are probably listening thinking, how does she run such a big successful business on 10 a day? Even it's the consistency. It's not necessarily the number you're listing a day. It's getting in the groove and keeping that consistency with your money mountain.
And here's the thing I like about 10 is very doable for me. I'm a fast lister. I list things very quickly. So even on a down day, if there's a lot going on, I know I can squeeze in time to get 10 listed. But then there's going to be days like my Magic Wednesdays. I love Wednesdays because I list my things. And then we have our come list with us in Patreon with our Patreon members. And then I get a whole nother group of things listed that weren't even part of my daily commitment. So
Magic Wednesdays. I
just
that.
loved it. It's like all of a sudden I got a whole bunch of stuff listed on Wednesdays and I didn't even realize it because I was having fun with friends in a Zoom room. And then I'm like, oh, I listed 30 items today.
Yeah.
I think the other thing to think about too, and when we say this every episode, we say this all the time, every business is different. Her 10 items, her average sale price is so much, it's double what ours is. So, I mean, that makes a difference too. You can do 5 or 10 a day and still hit the numbers that she wants to hit. But as long as you're consistent and you do it all the time.
Yeah, and it depends on what kind of things you're listing. Like for you, it may be 1 a day, right? Maybe you're listing high-end, complicated stuff, and maybe that consistency looks like at least 1 a day. Or maybe you're listing really easy stuff, and that consistency looks like 200 a day. It just, it depends, but it's the consistency that's going to reduce that money mountain.
That matters. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, a lot of people are down right now. I've been the most consistent I've been in probably like a year, maybe even ever, with my listings and hitting my goals and my tactics for that. And I'm up like 15% just on eBay. So yeah, like it works. Just keep doing it every week.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Samantha, what you're putting in your coffee, but could you mail some to me? Because this girl has been kicking it with that. She kicked it with C Chats while we were gone by herself, running all things C Chats last week and posting multiple reels and videos on her social media, our YouTube, and our Thrift Find Flip channel. So
And
this girl,
running a whole separate business on top of that.
right, and doing your sorting with Samantha, like she has been the rock star, y'all.
Which, let's just for a moment, I mean, who knew that all the algorithms like consistency? Crazy. You show that some love and it's like, oh, you're here, let's show the people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it works.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You really jammed. I mean, I can't get over how proud we are of you, because it is hard to run Consignment Chats alone or when just one of us is missing, and to have two of us missing. She didn't just do the necessities, she banged out 100% plus more, like really banged it out. So
Thank you.
I am putting you up on a pedestal right now, my friend. You are up on a pedestal.
Our Patreon members in our community were there cheering me on and helping me and giving me grace. So they all are fantastic, and it's a whole,
and they were like,
event.
How dare those girls leave you alone and go on a cruise? That is horrible. They're just awful. Poor Samantha. Samantha, you rock.
We had Dawn and Jill on the live. We had all kinds of stuff going on. But the hardest part is now you guys are back. I have to keep going with what I started last week. I dove into these channels and being consistent and doing that. And I have to keep going. Just like with my listings. I did my own little mini vacation right before you guys left, which I think is why it seems so much longer that we haven't seen each other.
Right. Sure.
I was gone like 4 or 5 days and then you guys left. Yeah. So, but I listed from my hotel room. I just want to say, like, that's the difference. The difference is, okay, set a timer for an hour and do what you can where you are. I thrifted and I still sourced. I took advantage of being in a bigger city. I did all the things, but I also sourced so that I could list those cookbooks from my hotel room, or had the like little things that I set aside. I'll list these at home. These I can do now. If my husband had been with me, I would pull a Molly and list in my car. Like, it would have been great.
Right?
But I had to fly solo. So adapting and continuing when things change, and that's the difference. It's not about being perfect or having a rigid schedule or doing all that. It's just about consistency and choosing your business. Choosing that.
Yeah, girl. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
That's a pep talk for myself as we keep going.
I need this pep talk, though. I need this pep talk myself. So, especially coming back and not feeling 100%.
Yes.
It's good to hear these things that pump me up and go, dadgummit, you can do it, girl. Get it done. Because originally I got up here to record and was like, okay, I'm going to knock off just one or two other things on the list that I got to lie down because I don't feel good. But now I'm already motivated to, dadgummit, you're going to get 10 things listed. Even if it's simple jewelry on the couch next to me, I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them done. So thanks for the motivation.
Yeah.
Yes. So Nifty has been listening to me as well. You know, I love tracking goals and seeing things, and they released a thing on their dashboard where you can put in different goals, things you want to track, like weekly profit or number of listings. You can do it weekly, monthly. I think you can do it daily. I'm behind. I didn't list as much as I should have last week. So it does tell you, like, hey, and I really love that. So use code chat if you want to try out Nifty. It is legitimately tracking every time I get a sale and it delists something. It's telling me the profit that I made, because it also pulls in like shipping and fees and stuff. It does all that for you. So it knows the revenue, the profit, and I just type in my goal, how much I want to make each week or each month. And then it can tell how many listings I'm putting in. So it is like the real honest, like, hey, you only put in X amount of listings. Like, what are you doing? Or it cheers for me.
Ooh.
And
I love this. I love this.
All
right.
That
so
is
Nifty,
a good
yes,
ad.
Code chats.
Yes.
If you want to check out Nifty, we've got a code for you there. As Samantha likes to say, really, you can go on almost anything and just throw chats in. It probably works. I have to check Vendu because Libby and I use Vendu, and I'm not sure. I don't really play around with their things. Maybe they offer that too. I need to look because I think that's got to be uber motivating, and I don't pay attention to that stuff. So
Right, because I pull all of our stuff from Consign Cloud. That's where I track everything and all of our, profit and all of that. So I mean, you're not doing that. So yeah, you gotta check that out. See if it's in Vendu.
Yeah. But I'm going to check Vendu, which again, if you want to check out Vendu, code chats. Look,
code
there
chats.
it is.
If you want to run your reports in Consign Cloud, use chats.
Just throw chats wherever you can and see what happens. We don't know. You never know.
But it is nice, and part of staying consistent is having those tools. That tool can be a calendar that you got, and you are just going through and marking what you need to do each day, and whatever weird code that you use, and keeping it in front of you to mark off. Before my shelf fell last week, you guys on camera, you guys missed that.
Yeah, we did.
I had my little whiteboard that I was using to keep track of my goals each week and stuff like that. Just in order to stay consistent, you have to have some sort of plan and some sort of tracking system to help you stay consistent. We can help you with that. We have the tools.
We do. Yes.
And more coming. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I want to go back to this thought about so I have a lot of money mountains. I like to call it my money mountain range now. It's not just a mountain. We have the entire range. And one of the things when I was creating these downloadables and really trying to change my mindset and keep on the money mountain versus death pile thought was the value of those items listed there. I mean, when you look at, if you've got 50 items that are an average of $25 a piece or more, in my case, sometimes a lot more. When you think about that you look at that 50 items, that's like over $1,200 of unlisted inventory. So you need to start thinking about it for sure, like we say, in the monetary mindset. Think about it that way, that it's not just a pile. It's like it's a paycheck sitting there and you're ignoring that paycheck. And you keep going out and getting more inventory and ignoring the existing paycheck sitting there, right? So your inventory is not the problem. It's the follow through after. And the reason is, we're going to talk about that, like what happens. For me, I know I love to go shopping. I love stores. I love to go out. It's fun for me. It makes me happy. It gives me a dopamine hit. It's my jam. I mean, Libby knows, Samantha knows. I am breaking out in a sweat. My adrenaline's going. Like I am having
so true.
My body is falling apart at the joints, and I am still there for another hour. I'm like, oh my God.
True.
And I'm still there for another hour. Why? Because the dopamine hits are worth it to me. I'm loving what I'm doing. Yeah. But I push myself to the utter end.
But do you get that same dopamine hit when you get a cha-ching?
So, yes. When the sales come in, really, it's my husband that gets the dopamine hits from that because he's the one that follows more of that.
He's the money man.
He gets very excited about all of that. And I do. I get excited when there's something that I saw in the huge rack full of stuff. My eye caught one item and I thought that looks like a goodie. And I take it out and I check it and I go, you know what? And we're going to talk about this in an upcoming episode, sourcing, comping, how to source, all those good tips and tricks. That's coming soon. But a lot of times I will pull something and not even comp it. I just go by the feel, the look, whatever. Those items, when I go off of what I guess is being a reseller for so long and just common knowledge or feel, I get real excited about those. Real excited.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, baby. But
Those sales give like the justification, or even just comping them is like, I knew it.
I knew it. And especially if Nick doubts me when we're sourcing and going,
Yes.
really? Don't you want to look that up? I really, are
Yes.
you think that's going to sell? And I'm like, just trust me and put it in the cart. Don't question me. And then a week later, it's like $250. And he's like, okay, you're right. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
is that your I told you? Is that your I told you so dance? Because it goes
Yeah.
something like that.
Mine's similar. I totally understand. Larry will have it coming someday too. We get it.
He's not far behind. Yep. I'm just like, oh, this is oh, honey, looky there. What just sold? Aw. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
But, you know, these are the things that happen because we all know listing feels overwhelming, but going out and shopping for most of us, I don't want to say everybody because, like, Libby's not a big shopper, but for most of us, going out shopping is fun, but listing isn't. Now, there are people like Libby that are the opposite. That's why it's a shame we don't live next door to each other because I can do all the shopping, you can do all the listing, but we don't live that way anymore. We're states apart, but you know, there's that, right? There's that. There's the dopamine hit. Go ahead.
I think it's hard. You go out and you get that dopamine hit of finding a good deal. You comp an item and you're like, yeah, I knew it. That's great. And then you bring it home and it turns into work. But you have to like play a game with yourself of like, okay, you found it. It's a great deal. And it's going to be another great deal when somebody finds it on there. They're going to love it. It's going to be such a good sale, a good cha-ching, because otherwise you start overthinking it. You go to list it and you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't price it that high. Maybe, I mean, only a couple have sold in the last couple of weeks. Like you start second guessing all the confidence you had at the thrift store or the garage sale or wherever you sourced it. And you got to like carry that confidence through of like, this is a great book. Yeah. I need to list it. It's going to be great. And just get it done. Have confidence in what you purchased. And if you don't have confidence in it, then donate it and get it out of your stupid money mountain and keep going. Like, let's go. Come on.
Wow, she's fired up today.
I heard that. Wow. So, yeah, I think if you're not willing to list, then you just need to become a professional sourcer and find other people to source for because
my favorite consignment clients,
right? You can't grow a business if you're not willing to do the work. And we all know that the work comes in the consistency of listing. That is where the work comes in. And if you're not willing to do that work, you're not going to have a successful business. So you have to do the work, and you can make the work fun, right? I mean, we have so many ways that we make the work fun. Just like changing your mentality from death pile to money mountain. Play those tricks with yourself. Make yourself list-a-paloozas. We don't think about that. It's not work when we're in the midst of a list-a-palooza because we are having so much fun listing and pushing ourselves to get as many lists as we get. You're not thinking about that as work.
Yeah.
So play those mind games with yourself. Change the way you think about those things.
Let's just back up a second. I want to just touch on something you've said about if you don't like to source, you're not going to, or if you don't like to list that the items you're sourcing, have somebody else sell them for you. Right?
Yes.
This is real. Don't let them sit there in a money mountain. There are other ways than listing. I know we're not getting into that today, but I just want to touch on that. Like if you find your money mountain is becoming overwhelming, there are other people that will sell it for you. Don't let it just sit there. Yeah.
Samantha's like,
I love consigners that know how to comp. If you know how to comp and then you want to send those items to me, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, don't be scared to change your system if that's what you need to do. Don't be scared because as long as you have a system that makes sense and is bringing in income to you and it's able to do it, that's great. If not, then it's chaos, kind of like the extra rooms in my house right now are a little chaotic.
And it's okay to sort and separate that money mountain into maybe you have a bin of stuff you just don't want to list. Okay. Or you're not going to list it, or you're playing that mind game with yourself because I'll work on that like next time or at another time. Get somebody else to sell it for you. It's okay to do both, list and have somebody else list for you or sell it for you. It's better than sitting there not making any money.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes.
And I am going to tell you this from somebody who is an addicted shopper sorcerer. The times that I feel the absolute best about my business are the weekends when I go to a yard sale and I challenge myself to list what I get that weekend
Yes.
by no later than the end of Monday.
Yeah.
And when I do that and come home on a Saturday afternoon, usually by Sunday, I've got everything listed. And let me tell you how good that feels. And I have really been focusing on making myself do that right now because my Money Mountains range is so large in my home. But I know that I can't go for too long without going out and sourcing because I will be in a deep depression and nobody will like me.
It's true.
So that is why.
We both agreed a little too fast there,
Right?
Samantha.
That was a real quick agreement there.
We love you no matter what, but don't get that way.
Yeah.
So this is why I changed my system. And this is why I'm saying don't be scared to change your system if what you're doing isn't working and you find chaos in your life and you know that you need to do X, Y, and Z, but you really don't want to give up A. Figure out how to make it work. And this is how I figured out how to make it work. I do a little bit of A, make sure I get it listed before Monday, because I know come Monday, I have on my schedule that I'm listing a minimum of 10 items a day out of my Money Mountain range. So I don't have time to go to something I just picked up this weekend. So if I'm going to go on the weekends and source, I got to get it listed before my 10 a day hits on Monday.
I love that. I'm doing the same thing to balance my personal items that I'm sourcing and my consigners too, and trying to keep that balanced. Consigners during the week, my stuff on the weekends. Yes.
Yeah, same kind of thing. And go ahead.
Sometimes balancing your process or changing your process isn't just about like the stuff you're going to list. Sometimes it's the way you're going to list. Batch photos and sorting by like item. Like we always talk about batching. We preach about making sure you have a process with that. But then also recognize, like, I am the worst procrastinator in the entire world. I last night I listed half of my weekly goal in like the last 2 hours of my week. It's just how I am. It's what I do.
Wow.
I wish I could list 1,500 items in 2 hours every day of the week, but whatever. But I know that I'm like that. If I just take photos, if I took photos of 100 items today, I would still have photos of 100 items on my phone and they would not be processed. So I have to have the discipline of processing the whole. I have to take the photos, write the title, price the item, draft it. It's ready for my VA or list it, finish the listing. I have to do it all in one swoop, or I will just end up having a draft or a phone money mountain like we were talking about earlier.
Right.
I know that from myself. Like, so make sure that you play with that. A lot of people do just fine taking photos on one day, listing on the next day, researching, like they do just fine with that. But make sure that you play with that to the point where you find the groove that's best for you, but don't play with it so much that you never find a groove.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in that same groove. If I'm going to list 10 items, I want the whole process done. I want to go through them, get them photographed, take the background out, get them listed, get them up, get them shared, get them put away. They're complete. Yeah. That's right, Samantha. Not even 90%. I complete them. And I want to touch on my 10 listings a day because we were talking about how I set that. Just to remind yourself, set your daily listing minimums, but set them realistically because there's nothing worse than overshooting and then feeling a failure day in and day out because you cannot meet that minimum. I know when you start something new and you're setting up your beautiful planner or calendar or tick or whatever, you get real excited. And again, I'm speaking from experience because I've had Libby talk me off the ledge so many times by overdoing stuff. And then I'm not finished with week one and I feel like an utter failure. So whatever your listing speed is, do something you can, as Samantha said, consistently do on a daily basis. Then anything above and beyond that is just bonus. That's great. Now, I don't take, because Libby was asking me this when we were setting up my new calendar on the drive home from our trip. All right, mine are 10 a day, right? So let's say I list 20 one day because it's Wonderful Wednesday, and I not only listed mine, but I listed another 10 when working with my friends that are come list with us. Does that 10 then mean I don't have to list 10 on Thursday or Friday because I listed 20 on Wednesday? No, it does not. It just means that's another 10 out of my money mountain. Go me. Because if I take that one day off, then I'm breaking my consistency. And then the chances are
yes.
I might do something different the next day and go, oh, well, I know I need 10, but my friend wants to go to coffee and I missed yesterday. It's okay missing 2 days. I'll start back Monday. No, 10, 10, 10, 10, anything, or 5 or 1 or whatever your number is. That anything beyond that is just a bonus for that day. Don't make it then take away what you're doing the next
And
7.
I would do the exact opposite of I do the exact opposite of that is like because I'm what you call maybe the opposite of a procrastinator.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to front load my week when possible, so I know I have time for other things like toward the end of the week or the weekend. And so I don't do consistency on a daily basis. I do consistency on a weekly basis just
Right.
because that's the way I like to work. But I understand totally where Molly's coming from and like to be consistent like that. Yeah.
I need the daily consistency.
I think the point is to set those boundaries with yourself. We are entrepreneurs. We are having our own businesses. We have to set those boundaries with ourselves. We have to motivate ourselves and we have to know our limits, all that stuff. There's nobody else going to do it for you, no matter what group you're in, no matter who you surround yourself with, no matter how fantastic we all are. You have to do it for yourself. So having that part of your consistency of knowing I'm going to do this weekly, I'm going to do this daily. This is my limit with this. This is my rule with this. We can all have different rules, different limits.
100%. Yeah.
If you're going on vacation, you're going to set that up ahead of time and say, okay, this week I'm still going to do 10 a day, but I'm going to schedule them, or I'm going to list 30 on Wednesday because I leave on Thursday, but making sure that you're planning ahead and know what your consistency goals and your rules are ahead of time. That's the key part.
And your rule could be that you're going to consistently stick with what you do, and you leave on Friday, you consistently do what you do. Friday morning, wake up, list that last 10, and not worry about listing the week you're on vacation because it's a full force vacation. And you're just not going to do any of it. You're not going to schedule listings, any of it. But then when you come back from vacation, you're going to jump right back on your consistent schedule.
Are you talking to me right now?
Or you do it on vacation. It's possible. It is possible. Whatever you decide. Yeah, I heard you decided this vacation was a vacation and you just like blanked out everything else.
Libby was like, I am the most relaxed, don't care about anything vacation person there is. And y'all, I just want to tell you this before we end this episode. This girl climbed a rock wall. She thought, I'm not going to listen. She said, I'm not even going to get a step up. Like, I know I won't, but I just want to try it. So they have the rock wall halfway up is one bell, and then you go all the way up to the top bell. She was so nervous. Well, mainly because of the heights. Like me, we are fearful of heights. That girl got up 2 steps and then came back down, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought. But then she was like, nope, I'm going to try it again. Do you know she was focused? And I said to her, just focus on what's in front of you, one rock at a time. She focuses on one rock at a time. Finally got tired and let go. What she didn't know, because she was so focused on one rock at a time, she was one rock away from ringing the bell. But she wasn't looking up at the bell because she was just trying to do what her muscles could do. I showed her the video after. She's like, oh my gosh, if I would have known, I would have pushed. And I was like, no, you rocked it.
Good job.
What I'm doing here. Rocked it out. Like literally.
My Lord.
Yeah, she did that. What else did you do? She played
What cruise line do you guys use?
Royal Caribbean.
This is like a Royal Caribbean commercial right here. You literally, they scan through the whole like deck and they show all the different things. It could have been Libby on every part of it.
I didn't miss too much. No, I really didn't.
I did not even attempt to climb a rock wall because I am not there yet, but I did play putt-putt with Libby. We did play shuffleboard. We did all kinds of things. We did. But I was so proud of her for stepping out of her comfort zone yet again and rocking it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. We had a whole little section cheering for her. We met 2 other friends, a mom and
We did.
a grandmother who the son was doing it. And of course, this son was like, I don't know, 10 years old and
Mhm.
this big and very athletic. Oh, he was
Right.
up to the top, like speed climbing. And Libby's like,
Yeah.
like, don't look at him, just one rock at a time. But it was so sweet. I have a video of the grandmother high-fiving Libby when she got down because they were all cheering her on. And
That's awesome.
it was amazing. So that's climbing a money mountain right there, kids. That is how it's done. And
One rock at a time.
if you want to be cheered on like Libby was climbing that rock wall, you need to hop on over to our Patreon and join us because we have a great group of cheerleaders who, when you tell them what your goal is in Mastermind, they're going to cheer you the whole way through it.
Yes.
So there you go.
Absolutely. And don't look at the bell. Don't look at the top of the
Don't look
money
at the
mountain.
bell.
Just one at a time.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, remember, you don't need more stuff. You need more discipline, consistency. You got this. I challenge you all to come up with your daily number. Remember, progress, not perfection. I like to say that as much as I can because I'm really just, it's again, selfish. I'm trying to drill it into my head. Make your, for this week, do it. Set your minimum. And then when you do it, we want to hear in the comments. Just put listed in the comments. So we can know that you set your own minimum and you rocked it out for the week.
Ooh, nice. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
I know. All right.
I love it.
All right, ladies. Until next time, we got friends that are going to kill it. Cheers.
1% better every day, people. Got this.
Oh, I like that cup.
Thanks for being here with us on Consignment Chat. Find everything we do at consignmentchats.com and stay connected with us by subscribing wherever you listen or watch. We'll see you next time.